Chrissy's, known online as Wootini, here with another Gay Gamer video podcast. I actually haven't been playing a whole lot this past week, obviously Animal Crossing, but I have played some more Adrift, and I'm enjoying it. It's absolutely beautiful, like, even with the busted space station in orbit, like seeing Earth from space, it's all like, it's very pretty. I would almost love to have a photo mode, take pictures of the destruction. And I also appreciate that as you move through the busted space station, there's no loading times, it's all seamless, which is great. However, if you do die, then the loading screen to get back into the game is really slow. But I really like it. I like the structure of it. It's clearly a short game. I'm still not done with it, but it's clearly only like a few hours long. I feel like I'm very close to the end. I think I have like one more thing to do and then I can escape and go home. But it's interesting because the way that the story unfolds is you're moving around trying to restore power to the space station systems, and along the way you're gathering information and like data logs and email chains and stuff that's giving you a picture of like what happened to lead to this destruction and death. So it's very interesting to see that unfold. I just hope that when I do finish the game that I get the whole story, because I feel like I'm missing pieces already, maybe, because you're floating through a broken up space station, so like, and you have to keep refilling your oxygen because you're breathing it and you're using it for thrust to move around. So exploration is a little difficult, and it's not like, oh, I'm gonna go check that out over there, or I'll go check that out over there and see what's over in this way. Like, I did that once. I was like, oh, what's this floating satellite over here? Let me go over there. And I went over there and then was like, oh crap, I don't think I have enough oxygen to get back. And I did not, and I died. So, like, it sort of impedes your exploration. So I feel like I might be missing certain things that I should have found. But it's a good game. I also appreciate that it's short because the actual gameplay is starting to get a little repetitive. It's basically just, okay, this computer system's broken, go into this section of the space station and work your way through and find, get a new, reset up the computer and get a new disk, and then come back and then you install the new disk and then it works. Now do the same thing for the other systems. And so it's getting a little repetitive. It just mixes it up in how you get from point A to point B. And of course, as the game has progressed, it's gotten more difficult. There's like hallways full of like lasers and electrical sparks and stuff that can kill you. So, it does become a little more challenging. But I also find it fascinating because while you're like struggling to survive and keep your oxygen levels up and not die, that can be very, tense. There is a lot of oxygen, so unless you're like really going off the beaten path, as long as you stay on the linear path that you're meant to, the game is sort of guiding you through, there's plenty of oxygen canisters and stuff that you can use. So you're just sort of like, you just sort of pump your thrust and then you just sort of ride it so you're not wasting your oxygen. And so you're just sort of slowly drifting through space in the space station, and it's sort of zen. It's very soothing in a way, even though the whole situation is like completely insane and anxiety-ridden, but just floating through space is sort of like, peaceful. As long as you're not stressing out about, oh my god, I'm almost out of oxygen, because that's a problem. But I wanted to play Adrift because I remembered buying it ages ago on sale and just never getting around to playing it. And what I wish I could separate my PlayStation library into games I paid money for and the free PlayStation Plus games. Now I know that in the library on the side it says PlayStation Plus, and above it says purchased. However, if I go into the purchase tab, there are PlayStation Plus games in there. Like, I can tell. I'm like, I did not buy that. That is a PlayStation Plus game that I added to my library because I'm not going to buy that. Like, there's games in there I would never have paid any money for at all, ever. So, like, I wish there was a way to separate that because I would like to know which games I spend money on. Because there's games like, you know, like Assassin's Creed Origins, where I'm spending like, you know, $20, $25 for it, and I'm going to play that right now because I wanted to play it right away, and I've spent actual money on it, so I'm going to play it. But then there's stuff like Adrift where I might have been buying something else, and then I saw that it was only like $5 or $6 on sale, and I said, you know what, that looks really cool, maybe I'll play that next, and you put it in your library, and then you forget about it. And I know that's how Sony makes some of its money, is by people saying, oh, that's a really good sale price, that's super cheap, I'll buy it, and they'll buy like a bunch of super cheap games, and you can't play them all at once, so then you forget about them. And you look in your library and you're like, oh, did I buy that? Did I PlayStation Plus that? I don't know. But do you want to play it? It's right there. Download it. But I would like to know which ones I've spent actual money for, even if it was only $4 or $5, because I would like to make sure that I'm getting my money's worth if I've spent actual money on it. I have time to play these games now because I still can't seem to find PlayStation 5 anywhere. Like, they just don't exist. I thought that after Christmas it might improve and they would be more available, but they are not. And the other problem is that I am limiting myself to just Best Buy because I would like to get my rewards coupon, and spending $500 or $600 on a PlayStation 5, you're gonna get like $10, which is $10 off your next game, which is nice. So I'm not going to like Walmart or Target or Amazon or whatever. I'm strictly limiting myself to Best Buy, so that makes it more difficult, obviously. But clearly I have plenty of time because a PlayStation 5 is not going to be easily available for quick purchase for a while yet. Maybe next month. I don't know. Maybe March. I don't know. But thankfully there doesn't seem to be any new games coming out, so I have the opportunity to go back and play these older games to entertain myself while I wait for a PlayStation 5. Because I haven't checked like a release list. I don't know if there's anything coming out in like February or March or anything. Like, I do know that there is a game coming out at the end of April that I am very excited to play, and that is new Pokemon Snap on the Nintendo Switch. I'm not even a huge Pokemon fan. Like, if you've watched these vidcasts before, you know, I've said this before, not a huge Pokemon fan. I find them kind of repetitive, and I don't like the new Pokemon, but I played Pokemon Snap on my N64 and thought it was delightful. I even like saved my... Oh wait, it wasn't... I saved I saved my pictures to the cartridge and then brought it to my Blockbuster, and I printed out stickers and everything. So like, I'm super excited for a new Pokemon Snap. I think that's going to be a lot of fun, even though I'm not a huge Pokemon fan. For whatever reason, this is exciting to me. Because also, as a side Pokemon game, they're going to have like the classic Pokemon that I know and love, along with some of the new ones that I don't know or care about. You know, because I want the classics. I want like the Bulbasaurs and the, you know, Squirtles and that sort of ones. The original Pokemon, not the 300 new weirdo ones. But if you have any thoughts on how to sort my PlayStation library, please let me know in the comments, because I'm slightly befuddled. I tried doing it on the website in the hopes that maybe that would be, there would be another way to sort it there. Unfortunately, it wasn't even working at all, so never mind that. So let me know in the comments if you have any thoughts. And next episode, I'll probably be talking about the end of Adrift and whatever I decide to start playing next. Come back and find out what that is. Bye! Bye.